Welcome to my fragrance show. We'll learn together and grow together. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Welcome to my fragrance show. I am Marshall's Blend Fragrance, and today I am going to be doing a 21 number ones for 2021. Try saying that 3 times fast. I'm going to be talking about 21 fragrances that I was able to smell throughout the year 2021 that for me are number one worthy, whether it be in hindsight or retrospect or retrofact. To start off with, I'm going to mention Rasasi Leather Oud, just from the Junoon line. I fell in love with that fragrance. I remember I smelled it after I had purchased the Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme Intense and was underwhelmed by it. And then I smelled it and I was thinking, oh my goodness, this is it. You know, I was thinking this is what that Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme Intense should have done. It should have been that. So I fell in love with it and I wore it forever. I purchased many bottles of it and did giveaways with it. That's how good it was. I really fell in love with it. My number 2, and mind you, these are in no specific order. It's just kind of in the order that I made a review for it on the video or whatever. So if you guys want to see information on it, just type Marshall's Blends Fragrance and the name, and you'll see my review on it if you want to do that. By the way, if you're not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button, tap that bell button, leave a comment. Even if the comment is just a thumbs up, leave a comment down there. It'll be of help for me. What kind of help, I wonder, because I don't know, but it's just engagement. It's communication, I guess. Number 2 is OK Fine Fragrance OBO, which is oud, an oud fragrance. Some people say it's just an accord. I don't care. It was my first oud fragrance that I remember purchasing it as oud consciously, and it smells really good. I enjoyed it. They made another one that was called VBO, but the OBO was the one that I really liked, and many people have spoken about it too. It, for me, was a number 1 worthy. The other one was the Club de Nuit Intense Men. This one is famous or infamous, but popular nonetheless for being a clone of Aventus and the dry down being very close to the original fragrance. I purchased it just to purchase it, and I liked it, and then found out that it was a clone. The other one is Rose Trocadero by Le Jardin Retrouvé, and for me it is one of the best rose fragrances if you like a real natural rose. It smells like just a pure rose with the stem. It's absolutely delicious. For me, it is number 1. Number 5 is Clutch by Perfumology. This is a boozy, woody, spicy fragrance that I just love to wear. I overspray it happily. Next to it, I do have to give an honorable mention, Sudute, which later on became like my favorite from Perfumology. But the OG from Perfumology for me was Clutch. Next is 14-Hour Dream that I was able to find thanks to Near Guy from Perfumology. I loved it. I loved it. I remember smelling it after I had smelled Killian's Black Phantom. And Killian's Black Phantom is wonderful and perfect and great, a beautiful gourmand. It's good for people who want something soft. I did not want something soft. So when I smelled 14-Hour Dream, it gave me what I felt that Black Phantom should have been giving me. And it lasts forever. It lasts forever. It's a really good fragrance. 14-Hour Dream by Juicebox, J-U-S-B-O-X, Juicebox. It's a play on the word juice, like juice for the fragrance, and jukebox, which plays music. Next is Pas Ce Soir Pas ce soir. I remember when I smelled it and I was like, wow, this is good. It's a really good fragrance. It definitely is number one worthy. Number 9 is Sauvage. Sauvage is a really good designer fragrance by Dior. It smells great. Ambrojan, Ambrojan, Ambrojan. And let me tell you, there are people who try and play it. One of my really good friends really doesn't like it. And that's okay. But I'll tell you something. Mass appealing it is. And it's okay that 25 people out of 30 will smell like it. It smells good. I'm okay with that. Next is B683. I remember smelling it and I had to sing. Another one that made me sing is one that follows it, which is Kismet. So B683 is a really wonderful fragrance. You know, I'm putting up the pictures there because I'm not going to be remembering all of the notes and everything, but I do remember what it made me feel. And that's something that's fantastic about fragrance, is that I may not remember all of its notes, but I will remember what it made me feel. And I remember B683 made me stop in my tracks, you know? Kismet is one that made me sing. I remember, Lubin, Lubin, you did it when you came up with Kismet. Oh my, it smells so good. I remember that. Kismet made me sing. Here's another one that gave me what Killian's Black Phantom was supposed to have given me. This number 12 of my number ones for 2021 is Inicio Absolute Aphrodisiac. This one was just scrumptious, delicious off the bat. Just, I remember I couldn't believe it. When I did spray, I just was like stopped dead in my track because it gave me what I wanted. Next is Alexandria Fragrances Dark Night for the position of 13 of the 21 number ones for 2021. And then another Royal Equestrian for 14, which another Alexandria fragrance for number 14, which is Royal Equestrian. Now, Dark Night is a dupe or a clone for Black Phantom. It's really good. Does it smell like Black Phantom? It does not smell exactly like Black Phantom, but it's along the lines of Black Phantom, and it just works way better. It fills an entire, listen when I tell you, it fills an entire hall, forget a room, without being offensive. Not many fragrances can do that. And Royal Equestrian is one that leaves the best sillage. Wearing Royal Equestrian, I have been followed, stalked, you know? That's how good Royal Equestrian is by Alexandria Fragrance. Next is my number one. This is, if I had to pick a number one from all of them, just for emotional reasons and because I really liked how it smelled, it would be the Wafts from the Lofts by 4160 Tuesday. But all of these fragrances honestly hold the number one spot in my fragrance heart. Wafts from the Lofts by Sarah McCartney. I love you, Sarah McCartney. You're an amazing perfumer. She also co-wrote a book called the The Perfume Companion. It helps to purchase when you're purchasing your fragrance. If you can, get your hands on it. Number 16 is Roger and Gaillet's L'Homme Ment. I love that one. I remember I purchased it after having tried Sauvage because I had heard that there were some mint fragrances, Azaro Mint, for example, that the dry down smelled like Sauvage but wasn't as expensive. And it really does. Azaro Wild Mint, the dry down is almost identical to Sauvage. Roger and Gaillet is not. It is its own and it smells much more mature, where the Wild Mint by Azaro and the Sauvage are very youthful. The Roger and Gaillet L'Homme Ment are much more mature. Number 17 and 18 come from the house of Navitus. Number 17 is Oud Lujuria. Oud Lujuria, I remember thinking, this is wonderful. You know, this is wonderful. I was like, Lujuria could mean, I don't know, whatever, crazy. But for me, it meant luxury, luxurious oud. It was just delicious, fun to wear, lasts for over 10 hours and projects for many hours. and is a compliment getter. Primas also received a lot of love. I fell in love with it the first time I smelled it. Another one that I can give an honorable mention, but it would be on my probably my 21 number twos of 2021 would be Viva Amor, but I liked Viva Amor a lot. Number 19 is Kalan by Perfumes de Marly, PDM. That one, interestingly enough, is a divisive one. For me, it was immediate. If you were to see my reaction, it was, my brain just couldn't handle it. The neroli was just perfect. That whole spice blend, it's just a wonderful fragrance, So if you do like neroli, then you possibly will love Kalan by Perfumes de Marly. Number 20 is In the Vineyard. In the Vineyard by Shelter in Perfume. Emily, I love her so much. It is an independent house. In the Vineyard is for me one of the best perfumes I have ever worn. Okay? And that is a fact. It's a fact. It's one of the best perfumes I have ever worn. It lasts forever. It projects forever. It smells so good. And I feel good anytime I spray it. It's just like, I feel great. It's green. It's somewhat fruity. It's a wonderful, wonderful fragrance by the independent perfumer Emily, known as Shelter in Perfume on Instagram. Follow her, check her out. The last one, last but not least, is Bentley for Men Intense. I fell in love with Bentley for Men Intense. It is boozy, it is spicy, it gives me everything that I want in a fragrance. It is akin to, almost akin to Jaipur by Boucheron, which is a number one for life, Jaipur. But just, it's a more modern, slightly more youthful take on that genre of fragrances. So that has been my 21 number ones for 2021, and I'm excited. So I am going to be trying a bunch of new houses and fragrances for 2022, God permitting. I'm still alive and we're all here, right? One that I'm excited to try out is Harmony perfumes. They are absolutely the perfumer. His name is Trill. He's a pleasure. He's a joy. He's got great character. So I'm excited to try his fragrances for 2022. The other one I want to try is the Elementals fragrances. City Rhythm, I have tried them, but I will be mentioning them for my 2022. So there's a few houses that I do want to try, a few independent houses, a few designer fragrances, and possibly some that I didn't give much attention to in 2021. But what I would like to say and take the time is I appreciate you all. I'm grateful to all of you for having taken your time to make this channel more than what it was intended. The intention of Marshall's Blends Fragrance was to be able to be a branch of Marshall's Blends Hair that respected the hair channel, because I was beginning to talk too much about fragrances on the hair channel. And here on the fragrance channel, it became something else. You know, there was a community. I was able to make new fragrance friends, new fragrance family, you know, people that I genuinely appreciate. Was able, like Rare Finds Fragrances, Mass Man Reviews, Veronica Says All, Scent Sibling, Mario Dones. You know, there's a bunch of people that I've been able to befriend and develop something that's more than just the social media, and I don't take it for granted. There's many of you. Fortunately, I can say there's many of you. And over on Instagram particularly, the growth has been really fast and really genuine, because honestly, the majority of the people that are subscribed or following me, they're on Instagram. I have a personal relationship, like Indecencia Alicia, Latifa, you know, Sia. You know, these are people that we know either by first name or by the handle, but we have been able to develop a really good type of interaction. So I'm excited to see what 2022 will bring to this fragrance journey. Just remember, hey, keep in touch, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you can get the information once I upload something. If you've been able to see, I've started a few different type of Instagram live episodes, Living with Marcial, where I talk about fragrance, and I will also read from a book. And I'm also trying to get this going where it's Marcial and a blender chit chat. So again, thank you so much for making this year a very interesting one that has been super fragrant and very uplifting. Okay, I love you guys so much from the heart, and I will sing you out. Goodbye, my lovely fragrance blenders. I'll see and smell you soon. Ciao, ci vediamo pronto. I love you guys.